Good morning, kids. Are you ready to pick up where we left off with Joseph? So, for those of you who are just joining, or perhaps you just want a quick refresher, here we go. Joseph was one of 12 brothers, but he was the favorite. So the brothers got jealous and they decided to throw him into a hole instead of kill him. So he fell into this hole in the ground, a cistern, and then they sold him as a slave. A man from Egypt named Potiphar bought Joseph and had him as a slave in his house. However, Potiphar's wife accused Joseph of doing something very, very, very bad, wrongfully, and Joseph was seized, and then he was thrown into prison. However, he kept his hopes up, and he applied himself, and his hard work caught the attention of a prison warden who promoted him. And that's where we find Joseph this morning. He had responsibility in the prison. Today, he actually meets a couple of new inmates that I'm going to introduce in just a second. And, spoilers, I also have the pleasure of introducing Pharaoh. Now, I will say none of these Egyptian outfits are historically accurate at all. I'm just digging through my closet, running out of ways to express the vast number of characters in the Genesis 12 through 50 cycle. So, just bear with me. Joseph! The cupbearer! The baker! Pharaoh's in the house! Man, I miss my job. Hi, welcome to the Egyptian penitentiary. My name is Joseph. I have been put in charge of helping out some things, so just consider me your friendly neighborhood jail caretaker. All right, you guys let me know if you need anything. See you around. Hey, guys. Why are you so sad today? What's wrong? Well, I had this dream. Oh, you guys had dreams? That's like my thing. My brothers never really cared that I interpreted dreams, but God gave me a gift to be able to interpret dreams. I would love to be able to help you. Let me hear him. What you got? Don't all dreams belong to God? Me and God are pretty tight. Why don't you tell me? What's going on? So Pharaoh's cupbearer and his baker ended up in prison. It's really interesting how Joseph responds. The Bible says in Genesis 40, verse 6, when Joseph came to them the next morning, he saw that they were dejected. That's another word for sad. Why do you look so sad today? Isn't it interesting that Joseph, even in prison, is caring for the prisoners? I just think that's quite remarkable. So I had this weird dream about a vine, and it budded, and then there were 3 groups of grapes, and then I squeezed the grapes into the Pharaoh's cup. What does that mean? Oh, wow. Okay, so the 3 branches, that's got to be 3 days. I think what God is about to do in your life is to give you your job back in like 3 days. You're going to be back with Pharaoh. Joseph, are you telling me that I'm going to be serving the Pharaoh again in 3 days? You know, I've been thinking about it. Joseph, even in prison, was using his gifts and his talents and caring for the people around him and offering to use what God had given him to help encourage them. I wonder if we can do that now while we're a little bit more trapped than normal. Are there gifts or talents that you have and that you could use to encourage your family members, your parents, your siblings? Hey kids, why don't you try to encourage those around you? If you see them looking sad, why don't you try to see what's wrong? Maybe God has given you gifts to help them. Hey, and when you get there, can you mention me? Because, I don't know, I was wrongfully accused when I got here. Could you mention that to Pharaoh, please? Sure enough, 3 days later, guess where the cupbearer is? He's back in the service of Pharaoh. Joseph was right. God gave him this gift, and God revealed to him
the secret of this dream.
Okay, I'll tell you about my dream.
Well, my dream went like this. I had 3 baskets on my head, and they were filled with bread, because I bake bread. But then all of a sudden, birds started eating all of the bread in the baskets on my head. What does this mean?
Uh-oh. Wait. Since his dream was pretty awesome, is mine pretty awesome? Am I getting out of here? So those 3 baskets are 3 days. And the way I see this is in 3 days, Pharaoh's gonna have you executed. No, it can't be. That's rough, man, sorry. Wait, you're summoning me? The Pharaoh needs to see me? He's gonna execute me? Oh no! Ah!
So, sure enough, Joseph was right about that, too. But remember the cupbearer? He got out, but he actually forgot about Joseph, at least for a while.
It's been over 2 years. God, how long? How long? Until one day, the most powerful man in the land had a weird dream. Ugh, that was a really weird dream. Man, I gotta get somebody around here that can interpret some dreams. Hey, servants, can you guys go fetch the magicians? Go fetch everybody that knows anything about anything. I need to talk to them about my dreams.
So Pharaoh brought people from all over his kingdom, but nobody knew the meaning of his weird dream.
Hey, cupbearer, I trust you. You know anybody that can interpret dreams? All those other guys were phonies. Sir, I do remember that there was someone while I was in prison that really helped me out with my dreams. Do you want me to call him up? Thanks, man. Send him in. I'd love to talk to him. Out of jail. Oh my gosh, gotta get cleaned up. I'm gonna get to see the Pharaoh. I mean, who would have thought of this? God, thank you so much. So much. This is just an amazing opportunity. I couldn't have seen this coming. Thank you for answering my prayers from prison. Alright, here we go. Pharaoh, here we come.
Genesis 41:14 says, So Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and he was quickly brought from the dungeon. When he had shaved and changed his clothes, he came before Pharaoh. I just wanted to let you know, I couldn't bring myself to do it. I didn't shave. Sorry. But you get the idea. Joseph cleaned up, and he's on his way to Pharaoh.
Yes, Pharaoh. How may I help you? I am Joseph. So, Joseph, my homeboy, I hear you can interpret some dreams. Let me tell you about mine. It's really weird. Dreams? Oh, of course. That's kind of my thing. I mean, my brothers and they didn't like it, but hey, I'm your man. If it's a dream, I'm your man. You see, God has given me a gift, and I think He can help us out. This is one crazy dream, man. Brace yourself. Cows.
This dream, I had 7 really fat cows, and they were plump and happy and just enjoying life being fat cows. But then something started eating them up. Then I realized it was actually 7 skinny cows. It was utterly terrifying.
Cows. Oh wow, that's quite a dream. I see why you've lost some sleep over that. Well, let me try to dive into explaining what this might mean. Those 7 skinny, ugly cows? Cows. That's gonna be 7 years of famine. Famine? But the 7 big fat cows? Cows. That's gonna be 7 years of abundance. So I recommend that we use this time of abundance, so we're gonna have more food than we need. Let's save it up. Well, what would you do, man? This is what God is gonna do. And when God reveals something, we should respond. You just put somebody in charge to save up all the crops, and then when the 7 famine years come, we can help not only Egypt, but everybody. They'll be coming to us for food. You know what? Why don't we put you in charge? Who, me? You've really helped me out. Who, me? Joseph, you're my new bestie. Who, me? I can't believe what has been happening. I'm Pharaoh's second in command. He's given me charge of all of Egypt? God, you do things that I don't understand, and I'm so grateful that I trusted you, even when I was in the pit, even when I was in jail. God, you work in mysterious ways.
So wait a minute. Joseph was thrown into a hole by his brothers, forced into slavery. His slave master gave him command over his whole household. Wrongfully accused, he goes to jail. The prison warden gives him control over the whole prison. Even from prison, the Pharaoh finds out, and Pharaoh makes him second in command of all of Egypt. This is utterly unpredictable. And yet, this is exactly what God had planned. These Old Testament stories aren't just about being like Jacob or Joseph or any one of these guys. It's about what God is doing through this family that it will bless the world. Do you remember all the way back in Genesis chapter 12 when we talked about old man Abraham and how God would bless the world, not just him, through his family? Well, God was blessing the world. And a famine that was about to come is now being managed by someone who knows it's coming. Do you think that's going to have consequences for the rest of the world? You better believe it. A little teaser for next week. Joseph's family is wrapped up in this famine as well. So let's see how all of this God works together for the good of those who love him. I can't wait to dive into it with you next week. Godspeed.